fear of insufficiency. This is the business of fear that I'm dealing with here. You got to manage it. It is the fear of feeling insufficient. The truth is, you may not know what you're getting into as you prepare for the future, but as you get comfortable and as you work that muscle. I remember the first time I got acquainted with the gym, it was extremely uncomfortable. I didn't feel like I could do what the trainer was asking me to do. And the first thing that he did, he took me to a Stairmaster. And if you have been to the gym, if there's one piece of equipment most people hate the most, it is the Stairmaster, because although it looks easy at first sight, that bad boy is working muscles you didn't even know were there. And so he put me on the Stairmaster, and I felt I was insufficient, number one, because I did not have the pace, I didn't have cadence, I didn't have the rhythm, I did not have the muscle mass I felt to be able to handle such a tough, situation. But as time progressed, my insecurities and my insufficiencies decreased because something was building up itself on the inside that I did not know. And what was building up on the inside of me was endurance. As you begin to take steps in building your business, I want you to know that there may be seasons where you're dealing with the business of insufficiency or the fear of insufficiency. But as you step in building your business, you're going to build up an endurance that at times become necessary at just the right moment. You're going to convince yourself that you can make it through. I hope I'm helping you guys tonight. Another fear that you need to be aware of, it is the fear of the unknown. As much as a strategist and as prepared as you desire to be, and as many spreadsheets that you have created, as many profit and loss statements as you have created, as many forecast margins that you have created, I want you to understand the one thing you do not have control over is the future. And so what you have to learn to do is to understand the fear of the unknown is very possible as you build your business. But don't let the fear of the unknown tell you that you will not win. So I just want you to understand that as you work through the fear of change, the fear of failure, the fear of insufficiency, and the fear of the unknown, is very possible that you can overcome these things. But once again, these are very real issues that you have to overcome. Here's a big one. Just tell me if I'm helping you or not in the chat. I want to make sure that I'm at least providing some value for those of you who are endeavoring to build businesses. And so we've covered just a few areas there, but just tell me if I'm helping you. If you can, just drop in the chat where you are to let me know. Thank you so much, Miss Carrie. You're so faithful, always encouraging me as I do this for you guys. So thank you so much. Is there anybody else? I see a good number of you guys across all of these platforms. So if you can just let me know if you're rocking with me and this information is really encouraging you. Thank you so much, Miss Stacy. Glad we can be an encouragement for you tonight. Anybody else? Come on, I just want to make sure that y'all are listening and you just have your phone on and you're not really engaging with the conversation tonight, because I'd actually be eating dinner, but I just decided to get on here to encourage you guys tonight. Let's move on. Here's a big one. This is one that gets a lot of entrepreneurs held up. This is a big one. A lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to deal with the fear of committing to big expenses in business. I talked about that a little bit in a post that I created or shared for some content that I recorded this week. And what I want to say to you guys, in order to make money, you've got to spend money. It's the way it works. You cannot get around building a profitable business without spending some money. And here's the truth. You might lose some. You can't get around it. A lot of entrepreneurs are afraid to invest in their business out of fear of losing it all. What I want to say to you is scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. One of the ways to lose money even is in running ads on Facebook. Not every ad is going to be a hit. You build a perfect business. You got the perfect product. Now you got to go through some periods where you've got to test your ads to perfect it in a way, because the data, what you're doing is you're paying for data that allows you to perfect what you're communicating. And if you don't have good data, and if you have not tested what you do, then how do you make it better? And that's what marketing does. And one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to do is they don't want to have to pay to market their products and services, primarily because they fear losing money. And what I want to say to you is you need to make sure that you budget within your business, that there is going to be money that is lost, that is and I want you to refrain or retrain your thinking. You're not losing it. What you're doing is you're paying for information or education on how to make your product better, or on how to reach your ideal customer. This is so important for you to understand, because if you are afraid to make big commitments, you're going to find that you're going to let fear communicate to you, and it's going to put a chokehold on your ability to increase your revenue streams. Am I making sense tonight? So I want you to understand that if you're looking to build a business, especially if you're trying to move it from 3 and 4 figures and moving into 6 figures, into 7 figures. Believe it or not, when you start transitioning from 6 figures to 7 figures, prepare to spend money, and it's gonna hurt while you're spending it. But please understand, for the right client, to attract a certain clientele, you have to invest to get to that level. You have to invest to get to that level. And some of you guys are unwilling to invest in getting to the next level, which is why you have flatlined where you are. There are those of you who are hairstylists. There are those of you who are coaches. There are those of you who are mentors. There are those of you who have your own apparel and your own brand. And many of you do your own thing. You have flatlined. You hit what John Maxwell calls the law of the lid, because you cannot ask beyond what you've invested in and of yourself. Hence why you're selling your product for $47. It's because you've told yourself that you are unwilling to spend more than $47 for what you have to offer. But what if I told you that the separator between what your pricing of your product and the person who will pay you a high ticket offer for your product is mindset and it's investment? And you must be willing to invest in yourself. Hear me. You must be willing to invest in yourself and invest in your business. And one of the fears that many entrepreneurs let run their business and their entire life is most entrepreneurs are afraid to make big financial commitments. Now, this is in no way a suggesting that you ought to be unwise in your spending and that you ought to spend frivolously. That's not what I'm asking you to do. Yes, take calculated risks, but don't let the fear of losing something. You got to change your mind. It's all about perspective. I don't look at, for instance, when I went to just come through a season, the last couple of months, we've been going through a period of testing ads through Facebook and Instagram, and we've even done some YouTube. I went on the front end knowing that what I was putting into the ads account was money that I would not immediately get back, but the data would help me perfect my messaging. The data would help me perfect how to communicate what it is that I'm offering. Am I making sense today? So that when I then start preparing my ad campaigns, I have gone through a period of testing now that I know exactly what I need to say to reach my ideal client. And now here's what you can do. The money that you invested, that in your mind or fear told you that you lost, what you do now is you build what you have spent in research and development. You build it into your new pricing model, because now you're marketing to an ideal client who will pay you what you're worth. This is how you change your perspective. And for entrepreneurs, what I want to say to you, the great separator between you and the next level of profit margins in your business is an investment in your business. Many of you don't want to invest in your business. You don't want to invest in yourself. So you're going to attend all of the free coaching sessions. As long as it's free, you're on for it. You're going to attend all of the free downloads and all of that. But please understand, you're only getting limited information. You're only getting a portion of the information that can change the trajectory of your business. You have to be okay. You need to budget every single month. This is how much I'm investing in the business. And you cannot allow the fear of committing to big business expenditures prevent you from taking the risk and going out